A whale saved my life.
A whale saved my life.
A whale saved my life.
Here is this person's story in their own words. One day, I was swimming in the ocean with a group of whales when I noticed one of them was acting unusual. He kept trying to tuck me under his fin and lift me up out of the water. I was terrified because if he wanted to, that 50,000-pound whale could have easily killed me. Then I realized the whale was actually protecting me from a gigantic tiger shark. Who knew that running into a shark could turn into such a whale of a time? Now, one of these people was saved by a whale and is the only one who has been sworn to tell the truth. Ladies, gentlemen, please have a seat.
I want to be first.
Okay, my mother wants to go first. Okay, go,
Number
Mama.
one, do you have a perm?
I was going straight there.
I do.
Okay. Did you wear a swimming cap when you got in that water?
I didn't.
And it ain't her.
It ain't her? Okay. Amanda, let's go to you now.
What prompted you to decide to go swim with whales?
My husband and I went for our anniversary.
Is your husband a white man?
No, he is not.
Okay.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because
It's unusual.
Usually black men don't do none of that, what they over there talking about right now. Let me be the first one to tell you.
I've been a scuba diver since I was 15 because my aunt married a white man. And so I ended up skiing and doing all types of activities that culturally... So, were you scuba diving? Were you snorkeling? What were you doing?
Snorkeling.
You were snorkeling. Scuba
We were
diving,
snorkeling.
You were snorkeling.
Three.
I was snorkeling.
You were snorkeling.
Number two, where were you when this encounter happened?
Samoa.
And number three, where were you?
In the Cook Islands.
Number one, same question to you.
I was in Hawaii.
What brought you to Samoa, number two? Or was it vacation?
I was working with a company that we do waterproof tracking with GPS devices.
Number three, how did you know it was a tiger shark? What were the defining marks that you observed?
Shiny, grayish, a little bit blue, a little bit of rainbow when it moves.
Were there stripes on the tiger shark? Funny you didn't mention that. Okay. Number two, did you actually see the tiger shark?
Well, at first I didn't realize that it was a shark. We were trying to get up close to the whale to put a tracking device on it. When I got closer to the boat, I realized that it was a shark. And so at that point, I started screaming, get me out the water.
Did you have on those shoes that Flipper be wearing?
I had flippers.
Okay, yeah,
Flippers
the
and a
black thing that
wetsuit.
you wear when you be doing like this. See, we don't get that deep in the water to even know about all that.
Did you have a
what I'm
tank?
asking.
Were you have a tank or no tank?
No tank.
And why was that?
We were snorkeling.
Okay, so when you snorkel, how deep can you go down before the snorkel don't work no more? Because I thought snorkeling was when the thing hang out of the water and you get a little bit of air. Now, you talking about snorkeling without a whoop-wop on, so you must got some great lungs on you, homie.
You know, if you ain't got a whoop-wop on, man, you probably only go 2-3 feet.
Where do you get a woo-wop?
Yeah, Snoop, where do you get a whoop-wop?
I want a
at the
woo.
Compton swap meet.
Exactly.
They don't know nothing about that, doggy.
I have a question for all of you guys. Did you hear the sounds of the whales? And if so, please favor us with an impression.
Yes, great question.
Start with number one.
We'll be back with more of The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Number two?
So now we got a wet dog now.
Number three?
That sounds like it.
That's actually spot on.
Number three, how do you make a gin and juice?
All right, time's up. Let's find out who you think is telling the truth. Panelists, you need to write down your answers right now.
I'm not gonna get fooled this time.
Mom, who do you think is telling the truth?
Number three.
Audience, who do you think is telling the truth? Two. Okay. Oliver, who did you pick and why?
I fish, I dive, I'm an ocean person. It's definitely not number three because that's not what a tiger shark looks like at all. And the migration patterns of a humpback whale, they do not go to the Cook Islands. Hawaii, 100%, that is part of their migration. So I'm going with number one.
Number one. Justin.
I'm gonna just do it quickly. I'm gonna say 2, but I regret saying 2 because I think you are right.
Snoop, who do you think is telling the truth and why?
Number 2, I thought it was him for a minute. Then he threw me off with that snorkeling underwater without a woo-wop on. I'm like,
woo-wop.
yeah, you ain't that good. So I'm gonna take number 3.
All right. Amanda, who do you think is telling the truth and why?
My natural thought was like, it's gotta be the white woman. And I was like, don't go with cultural stereotypes, so I'm going to vote for
Amanda's number 1. All right, it's time to find out who's been telling the truth. Will the real person who was saved by a whale please stand up?
I told y'all, she can't swim. She can't swim.
Please introduce yourself to the panel.
I'm Nan Hauser. I'm a whale biologist. I study whales underwater. And yes, we have tons of whales coming through the Cook Islands. Damn.
Let's take a look at some footage of you and your whale encounter right here.
There's a big tiger shark over there.
Oh, wow.
I love you too, I do.
Wow.
I love you.
Oh, wow. That's
awesome.
amazing.
Imposter number 1, tell us all about yourself.
Hi, I'm Felicia Taylor E. I was not saved by a whale in the Pacific, but I do work at the Pacific Asia Museum. I'm an educator.
All right. Number 2, please introduce yourself to the panel.
My name is Todd Terrell. I'm the founder of the United Cajun Navy, and with volunteers, we use our own vehicles and boats to rescue people and animals during natural disasters.
All right. We have a picture of that. There we go, right there.
Great man.
All right, we got to take a break, but we'll be back before you can say, wow, celebrities are way more clueless than I thought they were. Snoop is the only one that got it.